Hello everyone, Big Clingy here, back with yet another update video, and sadly, it's not good news. You may be wondering why I haven't actually been that active on this channel despite the fact that I promised to be in my last update video. Well, I've kind of run into a few complications. Firstly, the Wind Waker 3 Heart Hero Mode run. I think that's actually dead, because, well, the portable hard drive that I had all the video files, I had recorded the entire game, by the way. Every dungeon, every boss, even the Cave of Ordeals. And yeah, a lot of other optional side quests like that. I had a whole lot of footage, even outtake reels. I was really going to have a lot of fun with those. Recorded all of that, and it was all saved away on a portable hard drive, which just happened to die. The portable hard drive is broken beyond repair. It just kind of happened. It's not like the outside was even damaged. It just somehow just decided to die, just like my old laptop's hard drive did. I only had it for less than a year. I bought it so I could record Pokemon X and Y, so it's not actually that old. It's only about less than a year old, and it's still dead. So that's the last time I'm ever buying from that brand. But yeah, I have essentially lost everything. I even took it to repair places, and there's nothing they can do. All the files are gone. Oh, this is really annoying, because I was so looking forward to doing the Cave of Ordeals. I actually might have been commentating on that one, just because the Cave of Ordeals 3 Heart Hero Mode was probably the single most intense thing I have ever done in any game. Seriously, I was running on so much adrenaline for that. Honestly, one time where I got to the very end and failed this close to the end, I actually think I nearly gave myself a heart attack. I actually had to stop playing because I actually felt concerned for my health. That's how intense it was. And I've lost it, and everything I had to show for it, which is really, really annoying. Now, I could go back and re-record that, but the rest of the game, sadly, since I have saved over it, it is all gone, and I have to restart the whole game if I wanted to actually do it again. I also, in the same way as my coincidental no-damage run of Demise, I actually did record a no-damage run of Ganondorf as well, so that was annoying. But anyway, that wasn't really getting that much attention anyway, so I guess it wasn't really all that popular, so it's not really that big of a loss, but I enjoyed it, and I was looking forward to uploading it and showing it to you guys, so that is a real shame. But yeah, I may re-record the Cave of Ordeals at some point once I feel up to that kind of thing. Like, honestly, I actually think it nearly killed me, so I may have to take a bit of a break from it. But anyway, yeah, so that is officially cancelled. Now, as for other projects, and here's another area where we have a little bit of bad news. So you guys might be wondering about other projects. Now, I was working on a run of Age of Empires 2 earlier this year, and I was really looking forward to continuing that. I have pretty much all the resources that I need to continue it, well, actually, except for the unit stat sheets that I have to remake, but honestly, that's not going to be that bad. I got a suggestion to only make the relevant ones for each video, rather than making them all at once, and that might be good. But there is a bit of a problem with that game, and it's more an issue of where I left off. The problem is, given the campaign that I was partway through, it actually, honestly, feels a little bit insensitive to continue it given current events that are actually happening in the world right now. Now, I won't really say anything more on this issue, and I really don't want anyone talking about anything to that effect in the comments because I really don't want to offend people. But I just think that given what is happening in a certain part of the world right now, I mean, as of this recording, I get the feeling that continuing the Saladin campaign would be a little bit in bad taste. And I just don't really feel comfortable with continuing it at this point. I'm against doing anything that could potentially offend anyone, so I really get the feeling that it might be a little bit offensive to some people if I did continue it with times as they are. So I'm gonna put that on hold. Now, there are two things that I could really do for this. One is to put the entire run on hold for a while, and I'm really sorry to people who are enjoying that, but again, I just really think that it would be in bad taste to continue that campaign right now. The other thing I could do is to move over to one of the other campaigns and start doing that. Now, while this does sound all well and good, I don't really like the idea of the playlist suddenly jumping forward a campaign and everything being a little bit disjointed. And basically, when it comes to people who end up watching the playthrough years later after it's actually been uploaded, because I actually take into account people watching the things later. I find it always funny whenever I watch Let's Plays that have been done years ago, and I see the commentators talking about things that are happening at the moment, and, oh, I'm sorry there hasn't been an update in a while and stuff. To me, who's watching years later, that doesn't mean anything to me. I watch each video one after the other. They're all uploaded and the playlist is done. So, whenever I make my videos, I specifically take those people into account. I know that not everyone is going to be watching the videos the moment they go up, and so, from the perspective of someone who comes into the series later in time, and suddenly sees a massive jump, out of nowhere, it would look a little bit strange. Now, actually, just talking about this, I thought of a way that I could possibly remedy that, but it's going to look weird for you people who would be watching it currently. The part numbers would actually jump ahead. I would predict how many parts the other campaign would take, and the part numbers would just jump ahead. Either that or I could edit the part numbers after I've gone back to the original campaign and rearrange the playlist once I've done that. But anyway, so all in all, it would feel just a little bit awkward, and I feel like the best compromise right now is to go on to a couple of other projects, and the projects that I have in mind that I might like to go back to are Advance Wars 2's post-game, which won't actually take that long, really, and Pokemon X and Y, I would love to do a no experience run of Pokemon X and Y, but it's not possible. Pokemon X and Y, I mean just X, post-game blind. Now, that I actually might like to continue, because, okay, I'll just say a few things about that. I've recently got a surge of more people watching the Pokemon X blind run, which is pretty cool, and a lot of them have expressed interest in seeing the post-game done, and I would quite like to get around to that. Also, it's kind of topical considering that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are coming out in a few months, and I would kind of like to get X and Y out of the way before those games come out and I get too busy with them and everyone else is too busy with them. The other thing is that I'm amazed at this myself. I have actually managed to remain almost entirely unspoiled on the Looker Quest by this point. Even in my actual copy of Y that I use for my main copy, I have not started the Looker Quest. I have not looked up anything to do with the Looker Quest. I literally don't know anything about the Looker Quest, except maybe the name of one character who's involved, but I know nothing of their actual role, and the fact that Malva and Xerosic are involved. That's really all I know. Other than that, the Looker Quest would indeed be totally blind, and please don't post anything about the Looker Quest in the comments. Speaking of comments, if I do go back to it being blind, I'm very sorry to you guys. I'm gonna have to do what I did with the X Blind run, and I think anyone who's actually watched the X Blind run nowadays won't know this. I actually basically turned off comments on those videos until I had beaten the game. Because no matter how much you tell people not to spoil you about things in a blind run, people will still do it. And because of that, I felt the only way that I could really do that was to turn off comments entirely on those videos and turn them on once I beat the game. So, yeah, I would have to do that for the Pokemon X blind run to continue, so I'm sorry about that, but the Looker Quest shouldn't be too long, really. Oh yeah, by the way, other parts of the post-game, such as fighting the Megastones, will not actually be blind, because of course, you know, getting into competitive battling, I have actually found most of them on my Y version anyway. And one or two of them on my X version, because I had to trade them over. I will be doing the... Okay, Yeah, also, if I do continue that, the first part is going to be very weird, and I will explain the full deal with the first part of the postgame. I actually recorded that a very long time ago, almost, well, yeah, nearly a year ago now, actually. But I'll explain that later. So anyway, just thinking what I'm going to do next, maybe the Pokemon X Blind Run and Advance Wars 2's postgame. But speaking of future projects, people may be wondering, hey, are you going to do anything with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire when they come out? And my answer to that is, in fact, yes. I do actually have something planned for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Now, it's not going to be a blind run in the manner of X and Y. Well, not technically. I may do a run of the game not knowing much about the new stuff. I have followed updates on it, though, so I know a lot about the new Mega Evolutions and, Primal, Groudon, and Kyogre and things like that, and the new changes to the villainous teams. But it would be my first time playing through Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire. But yeah, you can't really do a blind run of a remake because, well, you'll already pretty much know everything about the region, the plot, what kind of Pokemon appear, things like that. So it's not really technically blind, and as such, I would allow comments and I'd probably allow myself to look up things occasionally. But the thing is, it's not going to be your typical just normal playthrough either. I actually have an idea in mind for this. Now, I may have to practice on the original Ruby or Sapphire or on Emerald for this kind of thing, though. I have a challenge run planned, and it's been in my head for a while, but I need to test out whether it's actually viable. And yes, specifically whether it's viable, not knowing maybe certain things that have changed in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because, well, let's just say that I recently found the videos of a person who attempted a Pokemon X blind Nuzlocke. Let me just say, just from watching those videos, doing a blind Nuzlocke is a monumentally stupid idea. And I can't believe that guy even thought to do that. Well, granted, okay, I really don't mean to slam people here, but that guy may be the worst Nuzlocker I've ever seen, but that's beside the point. Yeah, doing a blind Nuzlocke or something like that, I personally feel is a very stupid idea. You sort of need the pre-knowledge doing a Nuzlocke, so yeah, I'm not actually going to be doing a Nuzlocke. Well, not technically. I've explained before that I don't really like Nuzlockes. But here's the thing, there are some elements of the challenge that I do like. I'm going to incorporate them into the rules of my challenge, but my aim is to provide a legitimate challenging experience without death, because personally I am opposed to the idea of death in Nuzlocke for various reasons that I won't fully go into here. Now, if any of you have seen my run that I'm actually doing, I'm hypocritically actually doing a Pokemon Leaf Green Wedlocke over on the Maryland forums. Now, this run of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is going to tie into that a little bit, so I'm currently at the Elite Four in my Leaf Green run, and let's just say certain plot details that I'm established are going to tie into this, so look forward to a little bit of a teaser of things to come. But with that all being said and done, I think that's everything I wanted to say. So, yeah, I hope to see you guys with more videos in the future. So, for now, signing off. Actually, one more thing that I have to say, and that is about, overall, if I'm less active on YouTube than I usually am, there is a reason for it. And for some reason, it's something that I really can't pin down how to solve. I may have mentioned this in earlier videos, but lately my internet connection has been incredibly weird for uploading videos to YouTube. Videos that are about 10-15 minutes long like this one, they routinely take about 3 to 4 hours to upload. This did not happen before. And the thing is, this started happening about a month ago, and this was on my old laptop, and I thought it must have been a problem with my computer. It's clearly not, because on a brand new laptop, the upload process is still really slow. I really dread to think what hour-long videos will used to take. Previously, like, videos that were an hour long only took about 2 hours to upload. Like, it was actually very fast. For some reason now, my ISP's upload speed seems to have gone down drastically, and I really don't know why. Basically, whenever I upload a video that's any decent size of length, the minutes climb up and up and up and up and up, almost as if they were an auction. And eventually they've pretty much reached the thousands. It's kind of ridiculous. The videos do upload eventually, but it just takes so long. I really don't know how to solve this, and I really think because I've got a brand new computer and the problem is still persisting, it really must be my ISP or internet connection, and it seems to have hit very suddenly, and I don't really know why. And yeah, I doubt any of you could help with this, but I just wanted to mention it because uploads are going to take a while from now on. It's really quite annoying. I honestly really hope the Australian government doesn't have something to do with it. I know that recently they kind of axed plans for a national broadband network, but it is very annoying, so I guess you'll just have to deal with it. Anyway,